DA.
Stand back. Careful.
Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Alright, so this video is mainly tailored to my American viewers because, well, we're like one of the only countries to celebrate Thanksgiving. Although, according to Wikipedia, Canada, St. Lucia, Liberia, Norfolk Island, and the Dutch town Leiden also celebrate it, so shout out to y'all if you're watching this video. Anyways, if you're from pretty much most places on the planet, you get my seal of approval to skip Thanksgiving. But my fellow Americans, what are we doing? Look, Christmas is my favorite holiday, but we can't let Mariah Carey loose until after Thanksgiving. Black Friday is the first day I'm allowing to start any Christmas celebrations. We've been sleeping on Thanksgiving for way too long. Now, sure, I could talk about the legend of the native people and the pilgrims coming together to beat the harsh winter, or I could talk about how Thanksgiving allows us the opportunity to be thankful for everything in our lives. But let's be real, the food is why the holiday is goated.
All right, where's that turkey?
Oh my gosh, I love the food. So obviously the turkey is one of the best parts of the meal. My family is pretty huge, so we usually make 2 turkeys. My mom and my grandma tackle the traditionally baked turkey while my dad and my aunt fry it. Man, you get the best of both worlds here. And the turkey leg is to die for. Some other food that absolutely slaps is mashed potatoes, ham, homemade mac and cheese, pumpkin pie, cornbread, gravy. But my absolute favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal is stuffing. You guys have no idea how much I love stuffing. I have no way to describe my feelings on it other than that one scene where Remy is explaining flavor to his brother. I mean, that's like the exact same reaction I have whenever I eat stuffing. If Thanos told me he wouldn't wipe half the universe if I never ate stuffing again, I'm sorry y'all, I'm choosing the stuffing. It's not even a question. The last food thing I love is one that is going to sound really weird, but please bear with me. It's Thanksgiving pizza.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay. When I first heard about it, I had the exact same reaction. It sounds pretty sus. But I got a friend who makes amazing pizza, and every year he asks us for our leftovers to use as ingredients. And I kid you not, it's one of the best concoctions I've ever had. He puts cranberry sauce as the base, turkey as the main meat, and he works his magic. 10 out of 10, no alcohol required. Now, you might be asking, well, the food's nice, sure, but you can always have turkey on Christmas. And to that I say,
No! No! No!
See, every holiday has its mascot. Easter has the Easter Bunny, Halloween has the Jack-o'-lantern, Christmas has Santa Claus, Leif Erikson Day has, Leif Erikson. Thanksgiving's mascot is the turkey. That's the defining feature of the holiday. What would Thanksgiving be without it? Whenever I see a turkey in a Christmas movie, I'm like, guys, you're stealing another holiday's mascot. We'll get back to that in a bit. Usually I'd give the Santa Claus a 10 out of 10 rating. I mean, it's a pretty good movie, but due to the fact that it has a turkey in it, I have to give it a 0. Worse than Madam Web. Like, seriously. This is a good segue to my next point about why Thanksgiving is goated. The movies. Compared to other holidays, there really aren't that many Thanksgiving movies. Now, some might use that to argue that, Thanksgiving is a mid-holiday or something. But the reason there aren't that many is because only the most talented filmmakers are capable of doing justice to this holiday. Making a Christmas movie is baby games. But a Thanksgiving one? That's real talent. The first one I'll talk about might not seem like a Thanksgiving movie on the surface, but if you look deeper, it oozes of Thanksgiving spirit. The Nightmare Before Christmas. For decades, people have been debating whether or not this is a Halloween or a Christmas movie. Jack Skellington already steals Christmas's mascot, which is a big enough crime. But I argue what's more important is that it's actually stealing from Thanksgiving. This is the most important holiday in the movie. Why, you may ask? Because most of the story takes place in between Halloween and Christmas. And what holiday is between those? Thanksgiving. There's simply no argument that can beat this, claiming it's about any other holiday. And if you want even more proof, the turkey shows up in this scene of the movie when Jack Skellington sees the other holidays. He may not steal the turkey, and this scene might have been pretty quick, but a seemingly small detail is central to the themes and character motivations in this film. Another movie that encapsulated the spirit of the season is the 2023 Thanksgiving horror film. I haven't seen this movie, but the title and poster alone prove this is a piece of art. Wait a minute, this movie actually has decent reviews? Maybe I actually should see this movie. There's also a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Anything involving the Peanuts is a certified banger. No joke here. And of course, the magnum opus of cinema, the peak of humanity's achievements, the greatest film ever made, Freebirds. Why is this the best movie of all time? Because it's the only movie where they go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. That's right, they go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. Guys, do you understand how crazy that is? How layered and sophisticated this work of art is? In the wise words of Schaffrillas Productions,
you don't understand. This is the movie where they go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. It changed our lives, and if you watch it this holiday season, it will change yours too.
I actually saw this way before Schaffrillas' video. Back when I was a wee lad. I think I appreciated that a movie actually tackled Thanksgiving, and at the time I genuinely thought it was funny. But looking back on it, it's really not that funny. Because while there are a few comedic bits, the movie is an incredibly tragic story about the fight for survival turkeys have to face every year. It is an extremely intellectual and emotional journey. If you can't understand that, you just don't get it. If you can't see the complexity of this story, you just have a skill issue. This movie is better than Return of the Jedi, Infinity War, The Batman, Oppenheimer, and The Godfather combined. It's even better than Morbius, if you can believe that. See, they even have pizza on Thanksgiving. I told you I wasn't crazy.
I am not crazy!
I could go on for an eternity about why this movie is the GOAT, but Schaffrillas Productions already has a few videos analyzing the Freebirds multiverse. I highly recommend you check those out if you haven't already. Now, I asked y'all if you thought Thanksgiving was too slept on. I didn't really know how this would go since I myself know tons of people who start Christmas as early as they can, but of 1,300 votes, 68% said that yes, Thanksgiving needs more respect.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Gray Avian commented, as a Native American, honestly, I just like the food. The creation myth for the holiday. I'm just eating my turkey and pumpkin rolls because they're yummy. See, that's what I'm saying. The most liked comment was from user AADZ, who said, yes, I agree. I think we need to go back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. Thank you to everyone who voted and left a comment. So now I've proven why Thanksgiving is one of the best holidays, but we still have our Christmas problem. As soon as it hits November 1st, millions of Americans start listening to Christmas music and setting up their decorations. This epidemic has gone for too long, and it's one of the biggest crises happening in this country. I fear it's too late for word of mouth alone to change things. That's why I propose we make an entirely new federal agency whose sole purpose is to protect the integrity of the Thanksgiving season. I've got a few acronyms in mind. CDA, the Christmas Detection Agency. TPA, the Thanksgiving Protection Authority. FBA, the Freebirds Administration. Well, that last one might be a bit antithetical. But whatever the name, this agency would make sure that any Christmas item, song, or movie used before Black Friday is eliminated. Kind of similar to Lord Buckethead's proposal of blasting misbehaving children into space. We've already got a task force who specializes in this too. The Grinch is in charge of the decorations department. If he finds any candy cane dealers, illegal use of Christmas lights, or unsanctioned pine tree farms, he's shutting down all those operations. He'll also employ the wet bandits to help track and dismantle said operations. Ebenezer Scrooge would be the marketing regulator. If he finds any advertisements or movies being played that are even remotely related to the holiday season, they're getting copyright strikes. We've already discussed that The Nightmare Before Christmas is a Thanksgiving movie, so that's an exception. Dr. Doofenshmirtz is in charge of the science division. His Naughtinator will be especially useful for disposing Christmas spirit. Hans Gruber will be head of the tactical division, dealing with particularly violent Christmas supporters. Most importantly, Dr. Freeze and Captain Cold are in charge of keeping Mariah Carey in her ice chamber. Under no circumstances is she allowed to defrost until 12 a.m. on Black Friday. With this team, they'll be able to deal with any Avengers level threat against Thanksgiving. We were thinking of adding Reggie and Jake to the team, but we ate them last year, so I hope all of my points about this holiday enlightens you to give it the respect it deserves. Okay. But all jokes aside, I'm extremely thankful to each and every one of you for watching my videos. This is pretty much the 1-year anniversary of the channel, and we've reached more than 1,500 subscribers. If this is the first time you've seen one of my videos, or if you've been around since I started, thank you for letting me yap about the topics I bring up. This has been a lot of fun, and I hope we can continue to do this. So thank you again from the bottom of my heart. This has been really amazing. Happy Thanksgiving, and may the Force be with you.
That's right. We're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.